We have another mystery of the deep at hand, and hopefully, we don't get to see a remake of just another tragedy like the Titanic. On the 18th of June 2023, Oceangate Expedition's mini submarine, popularly known as the Titan, left its surface ship around 900 miles east of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, with 5 passengers. The 5 passengers weren't crazy enough to embark on the expedition. They only hoped for a once-in-a-lifetime trip, getting to view the Titanic wreckage. But, in a chilling echo of the fate of the doomed Titanic, the adventure took a dramatic turn. Just 1 hour and 45 minutes later, the Titan lost contact with the surface ship and the search began. But hey, what happened? Join us as we uncover the mystery behind the sudden disappearance of the Titan and some crazy conspiracy theories going on social media. Before we get into the full details, kindly give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more premium content. On the 17th of June, billionaire explorer Hamish Harding posted on his Instagram page that he was among the mini submarine crew to explore the 1912 wrecked vessel. I am proud to finally announce that I joined Oceangate Expeditions for their RMS Titanic mission as a mission specialist on the sub going down to the Titanic. Due to the worst winter in Newfoundland in 40 years, this mission will likely be the first and only manned mission to the Titanic in 2023. A weather window has just opened and we'll attempt to dive tomorrow. Apparently, Hamish Harding, a billionaire pilot and chair of Action Aviation, a sales and operations company that manages private jet sales, isn't the only billionaire on board. With him is renowned French diver Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a former commander who served in the French Navy for 25 years. Nargeolet was reportedly in the first human expedition to visit the ship in 1987. Also on board is Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood, as well as his 19-year-old son. Shahzada Dawood is vice chairman of Pakistani conglomerate Engro Corporation and a longtime advisor to the King's charity, Prince's Trust International, focusing on its work in Pakistan. The submarine wouldn't sail by itself, right? Alongside the 4 voyagers on board is Stockton Rush, the chief executive and founder of Oceangate Expeditions, who originally trained as a pilot. So, what really happened on that Sunday, the 18th of June? According to the United States Coast Guard, the Titan was launched at around 8 a.m. Eastern Time, with the 5 people on board after its anchor was set 900 miles off Newfoundland's coast. 115 minutes later, the Titan lost contact with the surface vessel, the Polar Prince. Now, no alarm was raised at the time because such an expedition usually takes about 2 to 3 hours. Also, the Titan was programmed to send out a ping every 15 minutes to indicate its location. But the last signal was sent around 10 a.m. and none was received till 3 p.m., which was the standard time for the expedition to lapse. The crew gave the mini submarine the benefit of the doubt till 5:40 p.m. before informing the United States Coast Guard. Now, the situation should have been managed under the radar, but the submarine was only designed to carry an oxygen tank that could last only 96 hours, making the rescue mission a race against time to reach the vessel. On Monday, June 19, 2023, the U.S. Coast Guard began an intensive search of the Titan and swept through a 5,000 square meter area in the coast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, alongside the Canadian Coast Guard. At around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, the Coast Guard dispatched its C-130 Hercules reconnaissance aircraft and P-8 Poseidon aircraft with underwater sonar capabilities to aid the search, but to no avail. In the evening, the Coast Guard added the unmanned U.S. Navy Curve 21, which can reach a depth of 4,000 meters, also to join the search, while the Polar Prince and 106 Rescue Wing continued to conduct a surface search throughout that evening. On Tuesday, June 20, 2023, the search for the Titan continued, with Canadian aircraft P-3 Aurora joining the effort, as the search area expanded to 10,000 square meters. And the bombshell was that the oxygen left in the submarine would only last 41 hours. The United States Coast Guard, in collaboration with the Canadian Coast Guard, did an impressive search of over 7,500 square meters that day alone. On Wednesday, June 21st, there was a glimpse of hope as updates were sent through an internal email to the Department of Homeland Security leadership that the Canadian aircraft detected banging noises every 30 minutes. One of the Canadian Coast Guard reported that the Joint Rescue Coordination Center Halifax launched a P-8 Poseidon, which has underwater detection capabilities from the air, and it detected some noises. Acting on that, the Royal Canadian Navy deployed HMCS Glace Bay, a Kingston-class coastal defense vessel which carried a medical team specializing in dive medicine. On board the vessel is a 6-person mobile hyperbaric recompression chamber that can be used to treat decompression sickness. However, only the French ship, Atalante, carrying the Victor 6000, an underwater robot and winch, was the only one capable of reaching the Titanic wreck 4,000 meters under the ocean surface. but reports remained negative. On Thursday, June 22nd, the search continued in the morning with just a few hours of oxygen left in the mini-submarine. At around 8 a.m. Eastern Time, the United States Coast Guard spokesperson told The Independent that the Titan had run out of oxygen. Later, a huge amount of debris was found 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic, which was believed to be part of the mini-submarine. This means a catastrophic implosion must have happened, killing all 5 passengers on board. With this tragedy, I can't help but ask, how many times has the Titan gone to the Titanic to guarantee its safety? And did Oceangate do a test dive? According to the information on Oceangate's website, the Titan has completed over 50 test dives, including to depths similar to those of the Titanic, both in waters around the Bahamas and in a pressure chamber. However, findings revealed that previous trips in the Titan have also encountered issues, which have raised concerns about the vessel's safety. A similar scenario happened in 2022 when a reporter, David Pogue, was on board, and communication was lost with the main ship for 2.5 hours. Of course, this didn't make it to most media platforms, as the submarine returned to the surface ship in due time. David Pogue, however, spilled it in an interview, saying, "It seems like this submarine has some elements of MacGyver jerry-riggedness." His interview made it known that a reinforced Logitech game controller and touchscreens drive the Titan. But is that a problem? Yes! First, the Logitech F710 wireless gamepad was released in 2011 and cost just $50 on Amazon. A $50 gamepad for a mini-submarine going on an expedition of 13,000 feet. Really? Second, the submarine has no GPS, and the crew members have to communicate with the mothership via text message only. I don't know if there have been upgrades since David Pogue's interview, but reviews about the mini-submarine have been negative. Similarly, there are some revelations about Oceangate's inner workings and the development of its 23,000-pound craft of highly engineered carbon fiber and titanium that has increased its scrutiny. Apparently, some workers had quit working on the project due to the submarine's subpar safety measures. Also, the Oceangate, which charges a whopping sum of $250,000 per voyage to the Titanic, has faced a lot of mechanical problems and inclement weather conditions that forced the cancellation or delays of trips in recent years. Truly, the Titan has been going on the expedition since 2021, which means that this is just one of the few expeditions gone wrong. But there are different conspiracy theories scattered all over the internet on this tragedy. The craziest of all the conspiracy theories is the name of the mini-submarine, the Titan. Remember the 1912 vessel Titanic? Many believe there's a dark force around the wreckage that draws the Titan and has since entrapped it, never to be seen again. Another Bermuda Triangle? I hope not. Another crazy conspiracy theory that happens to be a fact is that the wife of Stockton Rush, the pilot of the missing Titanic tour submarine, is actually the great-great-granddaughter of 2 first-class passengers who died on the Titanic. That's an unbelievable coincidence. So, what could have happened to the Titan itself? There are a lot of assumptions about the Titan being entangled in the wreckage of the Titanic itself. But, according to the reports from the U.S. Coast Guard, the mini-submarine imploded, causing all 5 to lose their lives cruelly. This means the implosion must have happened right after the Titan was dropped into the ocean, and this corroborates with the interview of the U.S. Navy. They recorded a sound consistent with an implosion just after the Titan was reported to have lost communication with its support ship on Monday. Do you think the mini-submarine was unworthy of going on such an expedition? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. While you're at it, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel.